Hello, everyone. My name is Danny, and this is my review for Darkest Hour. Academy Award nominee Gary Oldman gives a towering performance in acclaimed director Joe Wright's soaring drama Darkest Hour. As Hitler's forces storm across the European landscape and close in on the United Kingdom, Winston Churchill is elected to the new Prime Minister, with his party questioning his every move, and King George VI skeptical skeptical of his new political leader. It is up to Churchill to lead his nation and protect them from the most dangerous threat ever seen. Also starring Academy Award nominees Kristen Scott Thomas and Lily James. Darkest Hour is a powerful, inspirational drama. This is rated PG-13. It's a little over 2 hours, and it is a 2017 film. My notes are I wrote down the question. You have to take time to tell us about obvious things like Churchill becoming prime minister. What is the story after 30 minutes? Um, we have all seen movies about Winston Churchill, about Churchill's involvement with things, and I'm sorry, but I'm getting really tired of them, and I don't enjoy history as much as other people. But I'd like to see these movies to say I've seen them, but then they all deal with the same stuff. So then you're going to take 20 minutes to tell us that Churchill becomes prime minister. That's how you want to start your movie? Didn't grab my attention whatsoever. And then it takes a while to even get going on the fact of how he's going to handle things. And it's so obvious how he's going to handle things, it was kind of hard to struggle through the movie. I personally had to suffer through Dunkirk, the movie, and I watched that not too long ago, a couple months maybe, and I'd have to say that that and some other versions of Churchill have been a lot better than this one. Just the way that I see them interact and all this stuff, their mannerisms and everything, just a lot of little small things made other people better at playing Churchill than this movie. Right off the bat, I noticed that right off the bat. I just got tired of, the second I heard the word Dunkirk, I was pretty much done with this movie because I don't know how they both got made in the same year or released in the same year, but we cannot have movies about the same stuff all the time. America is so saturated with the same garbage, and then supposedly people think this and Dunkirk are both so awesome. No, they're not. They're about the same thing. This one doesn't even have any battle scenes. It doesn't show anybody who he's talking to over the phone. Um, the last thing I wrote was that his wife likes to talk about things like how great a guy he is, and then she likes to talk about the bills, and then he talks about how he loves her, and they can't even have a freaking conversation in this movie. Everybody's talking about something else and something else. There's this inside joke about how if you do this in England, then it means take it up the bum. And it's a nice light moment. Kind of gives us a realistic moment of the movie, other than people just talking about nothing or the same old thing. And then I'd have to say the end part of the movie when he's on the train talking to people like a normal person. That's probably the best part of the movie. Other than that, the whole movie's about the same old thing, and it just gets old and it's hard to handle and watch over and over and over again. There cannot be that many more details. There have been a lot of movies about this kind of stuff in the last couple of years. And my last critique, I hope, doesn't come off too harsh, but I could not understand almost anybody in this movie. I couldn't understand hardly anything that they were saying. There are so many times I should have kept track of how many times somebody repeats themselves. And I literally think that they got told to do that in this movie so that somebody might understand one thing about what they're saying. Just, I mean, it's the whole time. In the last speech in Parliament, Churchill goes, as if, as if. I'm like, oh, you're saying as if. Oh, okay. So, yeah, thanks. I if you didn't say it twice, I wouldn't have got that. So, it's happening all the time. I didn't know the characters. I don't know who they are. I didn't know their relevance. I don't know if they end up being something. At the end, it tells us that Churchill gets voted out. It's like, people, do you want to kill your movie at the end? The stupid ending, nothing about the battle. Maybe they were trying not to show the battles at all, other than dropping bombs along this one road. That doesn't help anybody, know that you're at war. And this ominous phone call he had with somebody, and he could have got planes from the border of Canada. It's like, just do it. Why do you have to sit there for 10 minutes pondering how stupid the other person on the other side of the phone is from you? Just say okay, and I mean, it's fine if Churchill was like that, and that's how actors get to portray him. But it's just tough to watch. There's people sitting around just talking the whole time. I know it's a drama, and I know it's supposed to be suspenseful, and the music does kind of help. I would say that, but I hate movies that are 2 hours long where people are just sitting around talking. There's nothing else to this. It's called Darkest Hour. It doesn't even show the darkest hour. I mean, come on. His inspiration for what to say came from some Joe Schmoes on a train. If all politicians did that nowadays, this world would be in chaos because they'd begin 10 different opinions. Us Americans don't think alike, and no country does. So, anyways, I know it's hard, and I know it's hard when people are at war, and people like seeing movies like this. So, I know everybody who watches this review has probably seen it or wants to see it, and that's fine. These movies are history, but I don't know how important the history is. I mean, they keep talking about it over and over again, and we're going to get movies about the Nazis forever. So we're going to have to watch more of these movies. It was important. So I just want it to be something different. I think Dunkirk, with the battle scenes and the action of what they talk about in Darkest Hour here with the civilian boats, showing all that and the interaction between the people on those civilian boats, was more exciting than this was like the back behind the scenes of people telling people to do what Dunkirk the movie was. So I don't even know why it really exists. I really don't. So I went back and looked at my records. I gave Dunkirk a D. I have to give this a D minus. This is terrible. I don't know who enjoys this. I don't know who enjoys people just talking. I don't know who enjoys somebody just sitting around complaining about how much life sucks. The whole scrolling, it's been 3 days, it's been 6 days. That's not effective to me. I don't know if that's effective for anybody. It just means that some stuff happened the last 6 days and you don't get to know about it. So here's this thing, and we're going to talk about it for 20 minutes of the movie. That's what they do to us. So D minus for Darkest Hour. I can say I've seen it. I enjoyed parts of it, but it really just did not have a point. And it came out at the wrong time of history. And it covers some history, but it doesn't show any details like other movies of its kind have. So it's just at the bottom of the chain, even on its category of movies that have been made. So thanks a lot, guys. I will watch movies like this. So thanks for watching my review of it. If you like any of my other viewed videos, try and give them a watch. Like and subscribe to my channel if you want to. And thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you next time. Enjoy your movies.